Billboard is always about chart success, but not only that, but cultural impact, and see the buzz and how they're resonating not just online, but the streets as well. If the kids are talking about you, most likely we're going to cover y'all and see what's up.
Tonight, I'm most excited to see Leon Thomas and Odeal.
Gaga, Odeal. What? Ravyn Lenae too.
I'm most excited to see GELO, for sure.
Leon as well. It's going to be my third time seeing him, and I'm going to see him again on my birthday, so...
Leon Thomas. You don't have to finish the question. You don't have to finish it.
Leon Thomas had such a breakthrough moment. Mutt went #1 on the hot R&B hip hop songs in 3 different radio formats.
I said, baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt.
I think Mutt definitely resonated with the culture so much because it has a lot of essence of P-Funk, Bootsy Collins. I feel like post-pandemic, everybody got into their little toxic energy, so it's like perfectly toxic.
We don't need talking, there's nothing left to say, just give it to temptation.
I'm definitely excited to see Ravyn. I love her music. It's a very chill, soulful vibe, and she just always puts me in a good mood.
I'm absolutely excited to see Ravyn Lenae. I've loved her forever. I got onto her train when she came out with Candy. And
Just wanna take it like candy.
She's just a total package in terms of her songwriting, the lyrics, very relatable lyrics like her hot song, Love Me Not, kind of a play on the whole Daisy thing, he loves me not.
And no, it's hard to say, but I wish you were right here.
My music is resonating because once you are true to something for so long and you're pressing at something and you don't really steer away from that, at a certain point, people turn their heads and they listen. People feel light when they hear my music. They feel like they're talking to me, and I think my favorite songs, I get that feeling from my favorite artists.
2 guns on my hip, this bitch feel like it's Law and Order. You know I stay lit, I just rolled up a fucking quarter.
I'm most excited to see GELO, big GELO.
Definitely GELO, cause I'm gonna swerve down that corner, whoa.
GELO brings a nostalgic 2010s type of vibe, which everyone missed at one point in time.
Oh, GELO, he has a top 30 song with Tweaker that just took over the internet, sports world for 2 months.
You wanna tweak it up with me and I'ma show you how that go. Like the money in my pockets blue. Whoa.
I feel like I can get the people pumped up, and that's how I grew up. That's what I came up on seeing. So it's like, it ain't nothing new. Like, you probably heard some shit and could relate to it. And my beat selection is nice. Don't let that go over your head.
Can you give me pressure? That's why I treasure.
Absolutely, Odeal. I missed him when he played here. I went to London and I missed him in fucking London, so I am trying to see him right now.
I'm most excited to see Odeal because I absolutely love his last album. It's so beautiful.
I think what makes Odeal so special, he's been able to meld so many different genres, Afrofusion, alto. He also has a very international upbringing. He's been able to tap into those local scenes and put all of it into his catalog. He has a hit song called London Summers, which became his first top 10 on the US Afrobeat Songs chart.
The Summer That Saved Me is a project which is supposed to be a soundtrack to the best summer since 2016. Obviously, as we all know, 2016 was a summer which everyone remembers for various reasons. Possibly whenever anyone catches onto this project, it will be the soundtrack to the summer that saved them in terms of learning new things, unlearning bad habits, entering a new stage of their life. I feel like the summer's always good for that.
People want authentic music, they want truth in it, they want relatability, they want to be able to say, I've experienced that, and see that somebody else has, and that helps them through, and I think right now that's very, very important. And then you've got people like a Ravyn Lenae who's been inspired by Erykah Badu's, the Janet Jacksons, the Outcasts. They're just taking it to the next level, and folks need to be open to that and let people be aware that this music is out here.
I'm a Black woman, and I walk with that experience and carry that with me. It's so special for me when I get to look out in the crowd and see so many Black women close their eyes and sing the lyric and really feel the music. We share an experience together that's like no other. So whenever I get to hit that spot for a Black woman, I nailed it.
With social media, it really has just broken any doors when it comes to artist discovery. You don't have to be in the same city, state, or country. You can find a new artist from wherever in the world.
I'm not naturally like a social media person. Listen, it's the driver of music today. It's our MTV, you know, it's that new shiny machine that can essentially get your voice heard to the world.
Things like TikTok have definitely played a part in having an effect on R&B and Afrobeats music in general, to be fair. It's made people more privy to the two different genres and all genres in general. People now are like, oh, what's this sound? I like this. What's this? I like this. And then you have artists that tap into both and they're able to fuse the two.
The opportunity is just so boundless, and that can be a scary thing, but also a really fun thing if you lean into it. I think that is the gift of social media and people being able to really handpick what they like versus being fed certain songs that they should like.
One major thing that I've noticed when I interview a lot of these African Rookies of the Month, a lot of them have grown up listening to like early aughts R&B. They're always mentioning Destiny's Child, Whitney Houston, Chris Brown, Boyz II Men as a lot of their influences. And it's dope to see how they take the R&B that we've come to know and love and fuse it with local sounds.
It's like that shit never really left me. So when I make music now, people be like, oh, he sound like some older shit.
I'm a big fan of Prince, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, even later on in my life, like Frank Ocean, Usher, Neo.
By my mom, she played a lot of soul music, a lot of R&B growing up. Destiny's Child was something she played over and over. She was in her 20s going through it.
I grew up listening to a lot of, you know, soul, R&B, Afrobeats, a lot of Afrobeats. My mom had like Celine Dion in the crib, Whitney Houston. She used to listen to a lot of Brandy.
R&B is really interesting right now because I think we're in almost a transitional phase where a lot of people, you know, rightfully so, are hanging on to what they grew up with and the sounds that they're familiar with. But I think there's something so interesting and exciting on the horizon just beyond that. I'm hopeful that people would, you know, be open to and want to experience. But there's so many amazing artists right now in R&B and soul, funk spaces, alt spaces even, that are really pushing things and doing something special. I think it's up to us as consumers and listeners to be open to what's new.
I think it's just a cycle. Throughout history, we've seen older generations kind of turn up their nose at some of the younger generation's music. They can always find somebody that they really like if they look hard enough. There's millions of songs released every week on Spotify and Apple Music. Me personally, I love to kind of like scroll through all the up and coming artists and, you know, find somebody new if I can.
I remember at the time, like very, very early on, anything that came out of Africa was Afrobeats. But now like you have like artists from Nigeria making R&B, Afrofusion. There's like a wider palette that the world are now getting accustomed to.
I think pop music is really inspired by R&B currently. It's really cool to see more artists kind of attack more urban themes without losing their own essence. We've seen that before throughout history, the Britney Spears and the Justin Timberlake moments, but I think we're gonna see more of that in the next like 5 years.
I'm a big fan of pushing the envelope and trying new things and experimenting with different palettes. The more we're accepting of that and open to that, the more we get to really find our best artists.
Let's bring bridges back. It just kind of buttons up the stories. I kind of miss the fact that we get to do a different chord change, a little rain moment.
I'm excited for what else comes from this moment.